So for the on and off game, we want to get our dog excited and then calm down again. And when we first start, it's going to be very little excitement versus calming down because we're going to be just kind of going up and down very slightly. And then as we get more and more excited, then we can start to have bigger and bigger dips. You're going to start playing with them, and when you get them a little bit excited, then you're going to stop, give them some sort of signal that you want them to calm down, and then wait for them to calm down and then start playing again. But so I'm going to start playing, and I'm just going to start playing with her kind of with personal play, which is just, kind of wrestling with her. But you can also play with a toy. You can also play with food. We'll see what she likes to do. Okay, let's get it. Oh, I'm going to get you. Are you ready? Oh, I'm going to touch you. Are you going to touch you? Are you going to touch you? So she's getting excited. She's getting excited. And now what I'm going to do, just calm. So we're going to do it again. We're going to play again. We're going to play again. Yeah. So we're looking for her to calm down a little. Yeah. So her tail right there was a little bit calmer. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So we're going to look for her tail to calm down a little. Oh yeah, you get it. You get it. You get it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Good girl. So that is one way of doing it. You can see that she's basically howling at me because she doesn't really want to do personal play right now. So I'm going to grab a toy real quick and we'll see how she does with that. So when you have the toy, hold it close to yourself. They're far less likely to go and do that. And you can just turn away if they try and get it. And so we're looking for any sort of kind of calmer behavior. Good girl, ready, get it. And so I use a big breath in and out because that helps me be calm. And it's something that's really natural for me to use as a calming signal for her to also be calm. If you don't have any sort of drop at all, what you can do is you can hold it close to your mouth. Good, get it. And then as soon as they release a little bit, then you can start playing again. And that's actually really similar to the on and off game because you are waiting for the behavior you want and then giving them exactly what they want back. So the big issue, of course, is that sometimes this means that dogs are going to be really, really excited, and they're going to be so excited that they are not going to want to do what you want them to do. So in that case, what you want to do is you want to try and make it a little bit easier for them to calm down. So you're still going to play with them, but it's going to be less intense. And now I can be like, and right now, Leica's still really tense. Okay, get it. Now, I'm waiting for a really long time for Leica because she has, frankly, the age and the self-control to do this. For many dogs, what it will end up looking like is, get it. So it's going to be really short because you're just looking for any sort of sign that they're not amping up. While we want calming eventually, when you start doing it at first, it might look like just not amping up. Yeah, get it. So for her, we could go much longer than that, but for some dogs, it might be really, really short. What we want to avoid is that spiraling upward. So we're getting her hyped up a little bit. Now then, I'm playing a lot with her, mainly because I'm talking to the camera. If you are struggling, you're probably going to have a very short play session between asking for calming sessions. And once again, that calm can be really, really short initially. And then as you work up, it can be longer and longer and longer. All right, drop. Get it. So many dogs would jump for the toy right there. We've been working on this with Leica for most of her life. So she was able to not do that. So if you know that your dog is likely to jump for that toy, here are some things you can do. Yeah, so drop. You can kind of hold it behind your back. Wait for a, yeah. Okay, get it. Now, this on and off game is actually really, really good for also working with dogs working through even when they're really excited because we're working on their energy levels. But we can also use this basically as proofing for other things. So we've got a mat right here. Yeah, ready? Can you drop? Good girl, go to mat. Oh, you need to go down, sweetie. Good girl. Okay, get it. So I'm asking her to go to mat, which is a really common thing that you're going to want your dog to do when they're pretty excited. So what you can do is you can get them a little bit excited when you first start this. She's pretty excited in general, but she's at a slightly more advanced level than some dogs. she's not the most advanced dog by any means. All right, drop. Go to bed. Oh, I said go to bed. Go to your mat. I said the wrong cue. Good. And now when I'm here, I'm going to also look for a little bit of relaxation for her. So you can see that her tail is super, super tight. She's on there. We've got some of that. Her eyes are softening. Yeah, I get it. So what I was looking for there was for her to show a little bit more signs of relaxation before I released her back to play with the toy. If you are struggling with this, try and find a time when your dog is more likely to be able to be calmer. So if your dog is amping up and up. So if you're having problems with getting them to calm down at all, try doing this after, you know, some exercise or after a walk or after you've played for a while. And another thing you can do is also just to play less intensely. So right now I'm just kind of pulling, drop, good girl, go to your mat. Good girl. Okay. And so she knows that she's not supposed to get off the mat until she says okay. But you can see that now, because I'm not doing it as intensely, it's going to be a little bit easier for her to actually listen to the cues. Drop. Go to your mat. Okay. And then as we get better. Oh, yeah, get it. Oh my goodness, sweetie. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Drop. Go to your mat. Oh, ready? Oh yeah, go to your mat. Good girl. So you saw right there, that wasn't perfect for her. So that means that that amount of energy, okay, get it, is a little bit too high for her to be perfect. Now she can do okay, but if I wanted to really make it better, we'd go, okay, let's do a little bit excited, but not quite as excited as we were. Drop, go to your mat. All the way down, sweetie. Good girl. Okay, get it. So we can adjust the difficulty level based on what our dog is telling us. The whole idea of this is to work on levels that your dog can handle. So if your dog is really ramping up, spiraling up and up, your play might only look something like this. Just a little bit. Good girl. Okay. What you don't want to do is accidentally make them really, really frustrated so they quickly spiral upward. If you are running into that problem, try and make it easier. Play at a less intense level initially. And the play can be with toys, it can be, you know, personal play, it can be with food. So play at a less intense level and before asking for your calm. If your dog doesn't enjoy tugging but does enjoy fetch or chasing, you can totally do that with this as well. In that instance, you would throw the toy, you would have them get it, and then after they get the toy and bring it back to you, that would be when you would ask for a little bit of calmness. So in this last part, I had a lot of going to the mat. Remember, when you first start out, you're not going to ask for any kind of work. So nothing that no trained behaviors like going to the mat, sit down, any of that. You're instead just going to ask for just a little bit of calmness before returning to the activity. And then what I'm going to do is just kind of help her calm down a little bit and help me calm down a little bit too. So that's going to be stuff like calming down myself, giving her gentle pets. If you're outside and you need to calm down, maybe this is when you would start walking around, pointing out things to sniff. Don't try to massage your dog if they really don't want you to, right? She's, I'm seeing if she wants to be pet, because initially she was a little bit like, I'd rather you didn't. And now she feels better about that. So, long strokes, the ears are good. If your dog likes that, always remember it depends on your dog as to what's good. So you want to do kind of long, gentle strokes to calm them down. You don't want to do, really short kind of deal, because that's the opposite of calming down. And so we like to encourage our dogs to help calm down. That is the gist of the on and off game, and hopefully I can edit something together that makes a bit more sense. Oh, look, she even offered going to her mat and laying down. Good girl, sweetie.